Hi everyone, it's Cherie by Sea. Welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you 5 ways to combat seasickness on a cruise ship. Okay guys, so this is a video I decided it might be necessary to make because I've taken 5 cruises so far this year and I experienced seasickness for the first time and it was not fun at all. Luckily, I came prepared. I always bring all the things just in case because I do tend to get motion sickness a lot. I got motion sickness while parasailing for the first time really bad. In case you didn't know, FYI, you can get motion sickness parasailing, which hadn't even crossed my mind. I was just afraid of falling out of the sky to my watery death. But I never even considered the possibility of being motion sick while doing that, and it was awful. I only got to enjoy like the first 60 seconds, and then from there I was just trying not to hurl into the water while all of my friends and family could watch me do that from the boat below. I did get seasick on this last cruise, so I'm going to tell you some things that helped me and some mistakes I made just in case this happens to you. So the number one thing you can do is to choose your cabin wisely. The cabins midship and on a lower deck get the least movement. Unfortunately, on this cruise, I got a forward balcony cabin, which kind of intensified the feelings that I was having. So if you know that you're prone to motion sickness or seasickness, I would highly recommend paying the extra money. I know you can let the cruise line pick your cabin and generally save money, but I would invest the extra money to save myself some pain and grief just in case, and book a cabin midship as low as possible to feel less movement in your cruise. Number 2, stay hydrated, drink plenty of water, and eat bland foods. So if you've already started to experience some seasickness symptoms, definitely I ate bread, and that helped calm my stomach a lot. So just eat something bland like bread or crackers or a really, kind of bland soup. If you can find some of that around the cruise ship, bread's always easy to find, and crackers, I would just stick to something bland and drink lots of water, and do not do what I did, and that is drink alcohol. So avoid alcohol and any kind of heavy, greasy foods because that's just going to intensify the situation. I had a drink as soon as I got on the ship and everything was fine. I wasn't feeling anything, and sail away was happening, and I got another drink even though I was feeling a little weird. I was like, well, I don't get seasick on a cruise ship. So I had another drink, which I kept drinking even though I started to feel a little bit more unstable, and that was a mistake. I think it made things a lot worse, and I didn't take care of it immediately, which is why the bread really did come in handy and help to combat maybe some of the alcohol as well as the seasickness. Number 3, use medication or ginger candies. You can also get like ginger teas that you could bring on the ship with you, because they always have like the hot water available at the free drink stations where you could just mix up some warm ginger tea to help settle your stomach, or have some ginger chews on hand. But I also have always with me Dramamine. Thank goodness. This is non-drowsy Dramamine. I know a lot of people don't like taking things that make them feel sleepy. They just don't like that feeling. So I always get the non-drowsy Dramamine. And then I always have these motion sickness patches, which you can put behind your ears or on your belly button. or both, like I did. I did not want to be seasick. I used everything. Everything that I'm telling you to do here, I did all of those things because it got very pronounced. I had to miss dinner. I took my son on this cruise, and they sat us with another lovely single mother and her son, who was the same age as my son, and he walked me back to the cabin, and then he decided to run back and join dinner with them, and they were really great with him. But I did have to miss dinner the first night because it was that bad. So I've left a link below for all of these things that I'm going to mention in the video. And you're welcome to check that out. Next, acupressure helps. And a lot of cruise ships, if you just have the extra money to spend, will offer like acupressure for seasickness in the spa. And I know that's kind of out of bounds, or, you know, something that a lot of people may not want to do. So a cheaper, more easily accessible version of that are these acupuncture bands, which you can get on Amazon or Walmart, Target. I don't know if like the drugstores have them, but I know I was able to pick some up at Walmart. So anyways, these are like little acupuncture bands, and you put them on, you put them on both of your wrists here with the little bead facing on the inside in the middle. And it's supposed to hit these acupressure points there to help you feel balanced. I don't know, to help with your equilibrium. I'm not exactly sure how the science works, but generally this is really all I have needed when I started to feel the ship, moving a little. If anytime I notice any movement, I'm always carrying these around like in my pocket or my bag, and I put them on if I think I'm going to need them, because they're not the cutest thing, but I'd rather be wearing uncute gray bands around my wrist than being seasick. They weren't enough for this particular cruise, and I'm sure that the alcohol probably exacerbated, is that the right way to say that? Exacerbated the situation. So like I said, don't drink alcohol if you're prone to seasickness, or at least give yourself a couple of days and make sure you're not going to be feeling anything first. Anyways, these bands are really good if you want to get some of these for yourself and everybody traveling with you. I do highly recommend these because generally this is all I've really needed to use. And finally, number 5, get some fresh air. So if you don't have a balcony cabin, just go out onto one of the decks and focus on the horizon. Fresh air just helps in general. Luckily, I had a balcony cabin. But focusing on the horizon helps reconcile the motion that your body feels against what your eyes see, right? So it does help things a lot. But the combination of focusing on the horizon and the fresh air will help you feel a lot better almost instantly. Now, it may not take it away completely, because it did not for me. I had to utilize all of the tricks in my bag. And also, bonus tip, if all else fails and you've used all the things, lay down and take a nap. I will say that after I used all the tricks in my bag and I laid across the bed to have a nap, when my son got back to the room, he woke me up and I was ready to go and enjoy the rest of my evening and had no other issues for the rest of the cruise. I will say I did feel there was a lot of motion on this cruise, so I did just wear my bands for the rest of the time, and I also utilized the patches, but I did not take any more motion sickness medication, and I stayed away from alcohol, and I drank lots of water, and I was fine for the rest of the cruise. So I hope these things help you and that you never experience motion sickness or seasickness. And if you do, you will have the tools to combat that. So if you found any of this valuable, as always, hit that like button, guys. Subscribe, comment, and tell me if there are ways that you've used to deal with seasickness that I didn't mention here, because I can use all the tips, and I'm sure anyone else who watches this video can use them too. So until next time, happy cruising.